Very good morning, children. Sairam. So, are you all ready for today's science class? Yes. So, did you read the lesson? Lesson number 11, light, sound, and force. Did you read the lesson? Yes. So, today we are going to revise the lesson. Okay. So, then only you will be clear with the concept. Okay. So, shall we start? Yes. So, what is the title of this chapter? Light, sound, and force. Okay. So, first one is light. So, in the daytime, we get light from the sun. And during the night time, we get the light from electric bulbs. Okay. So, can you tell me some of the sources of light? Yes. Yes. Sun, electric bulb, flame, isn't it? So these are the some of the sources of light. So look at the picture. So sun, candle, electric bulb and flame. So these are the some of the sources of light. Okay. So we cannot live with the light. If you want to see anything, then we need light. If it is dark, then we cannot see anything, isn't it? So we need light to live. And plants also need light, sunlight, to prepare their food, isn't it? So light is very important. Okay. So if you shine, look at the picture. If you shine a torch on the wall and if you go back from the wall, that is go away from the wall, then the lighter area becomes larger, but the brightness becomes less, isn't it? And if you go towards the wall, then what will happen? The brightness becomes larger, isn't it? Because it looks very brighter, but the lighter area becomes smaller, isn't it? So if you shine a torch on a wall and if you go away from the wall, then the lighted area becomes, look at this picture, lighted area becomes larger, but the brightness becomes less. Compare these two pictures. So he is near to the wall in this picture, but he is away from the wall in this picture. So here brightness is very much, isn't it? So it looks very brighter, but here it does not look very much brighter, isn't it? But the area here, the lighted area is larger, but here the lighted area is smaller. Okay. So we'll read the lesson. Light. You get light from the sun. You also get light from an electric bulb. Things that give out light are called sources of light. Okay, things that give out light are called sources of light. Light is very important. You can see things only when there is light. Plants can make food only with sunlight. So, light is very much important. Shine a torch on a wall. Now, move away from the wall. The lighted area gets larger and less bright. In the same way, the sun shines from far away and spreads its light all over the earth. So they have given the example to explain how the sun shines all over the earth. Okay. Shadows. So how does the shadow form? So when if we block the path of the light, then shadow will form, isn't it? So again you shine a torch on a wall. Okay, you place something, book or any thick things. Okay, if you place any things between the light and the wall, then you can see the shadow of the thing on the wall. Look at the picture. So she is having torch and she placed a book between the light and the wall. So we can see the shadow of the book on the wall, isn't it? And shadow of her hand. This is the path of the light. So she blocked the path of the light with the book, isn't it? So the shadow of the book has formed on the wall. Okay? Have you all understood? So shadows. Shine a torch on a wall again. This time hold a book between the torch and the wall. Can you see the shadow of the book and your hand on the wall? Yes, isn't it? Is the shape of the shadow the same as that of the book? Yes, isn't it? Now hold a toy between the torch and the wall. What is the shape of the shadow now? Does it look like the toy? Yes. A shadow is formed when something blocks the path of light. Your hand, a toy, and a book block light. Some things allow light to pass through them. Glass lets light pass through it. So, some things allow the light to pass through them. Example, glass. Okay. Next one, how do you see things? How do we see? How do we see things? So, how do we see things? So, we can see the things like sun, electric bulb, candle. So, these are all the things that give out light, isn't it? So, we can see the things that give out light. But so many things that do not give out light, isn't it? Like table, chair, book. Then how do we see that things? So when the light from the sun or electric bulb or a candle falls on the object, what we are going to see, and the light will bounces off. Okay, when this bounce light falls on your eyes, then you can see that things. Have you all understood? So when the light from the sun or electric bulb or candle falls on that object, it bounces off. Okay, after falling that on that object, the light will bounces off. When this bounce light falls on your eyes, then you will be able to see that object. Okay, and they have given one example, apple, isn't it? So if you want to see that apple, what happens? So the light from the sun or electric bulb falls on that apple and the light will bounces off. Okay, when this bounce light falls on your eyes, then you will be able to see that apple. Okay, that's how we can see that objects, we can see that things. Okay, so we'll read this. You need light you need light to see things. You can see things that give out light, such as a lighted candle or a lighted electric bulb. But an apple does not give out light. How do you see that apple? When light from the sun or an electric bulb falls on the apple, it bounces off. When this bounce light falls on your eyes, you can see the apple. So look at the picture. So the light from the from an electric bulb falls on the apple and it will bounces, isn't it? When this bounce light falls on your eyes, then you can see that apple. Okay. You see things when they bounce light to your eyes. You can see the moon when it bounces sunlight to your eyes. Bouncing of light by an object is called reflection. Okay, bouncing of light by an object is called reflection. Okay, children. Moon is not a source of light because moon gets light from sun. Okay. Next one is sound. So we can hear the sound from anywhere, isn't it? So the world around us is noisy. You can hear cars moving, music playing, birds chirping and dogs barking. Pluck a guitar string. You can hear the sound it produces. Look at the string carefully. Why does it look hazy? Hazy means not clear. Okay. So you pluck a string, guitar string. Then you will be here. You can hear the music sound it produces. Isn't it? And if you see the strings of the guitar, then you cannot see that strings clearly because it moves back and forth very fast. So we cannot see the string clearly. Okay. And if you touch that, what do you feel? You feel some vibration, isn't it? After playing the strings of the guitar, we cannot see the string clearly because it moves back and forth very fast. If you touch that string, then you will feel something that is like a vibration, isn't it? So that's what they have given. Touch it carefully. Do you feel something? So next example they have given. Beat the skin of a drum. You can hear the sound it makes. Quickly place some rice grains on the skin. Do the rice grains jump? Beat the skin again and touch it carefully. Can you feel the skin moving very fast? So the next example is you beat the drum. Okay. Then after that you place some rice grains on the skin of the drum. Then immediately the rice grains will jump. Isn't it? Because the skin of the drum moves back and forth very fast so that the rice grains will jump. Okay. And if you touch the skin of the drum, then you can feel the movement of the skin. Okay. So they have given in the picture. The string of a guitar and the skin of a drum produce sound by moving back and forth very fast. So sound is produced when anything moves back and forth very fast. So how is the sound produced? Sound is produced when anything moves back and forth very fast. Okay. So there are two types of sound. One is pleasant and another one is unpleasant. So you all know pleasant sound means hearing music. Isn't it? Unpleasant sound means loudspeakers, crackers and sound of aeroplane, etc., etc., isn't it? So this type of movement is called vibration. Okay, because the things moves back and forth very fast, isn't it? So this type of movement is called vibration. Okay, some sounds are pleasant. The sound of a guitar and the chirping of a bird are pleasing to the ears. But some sounds are annoying. Loud and unpleasant sound is called noise. So unpleasant sound is called noise. Okay. The loud noise made by drills, firecrackers, thunder, aeroplanes and vehicles can damage your ears. Even music, if played very loudly, it can damage your ears. Okay. So the next part is force and energy. Lift a book. Why does it move? It moves because you pull the book towards you. Open a window. Why does it move? It moves because you pushed it away from yourself. So see. So she is pulling the book, isn't it? And he is pushing the duff. So things move when you pull or push them. Okay, how does the thing move? So thing moves when you pull or push them. Okay, this pull or push is called a force. Force can move things. If something is heavy, then you use more force to move it. You use less force to move light things. So to move heavy things, we need more force. To move light things, we need less force. Okay. So what is force? Pull or push is called a force. Okay. So when you move something, you do some work. Your muscles need energy to do work. Where do you get this energy from? So you get energy from food. So when you move, that is when you open the window, you will do some work, isn't it? That is pushing. So for doing that work, we need some energy, isn't it? So where do we get that energy from? So we get energy from food. So similarly, how the vehicles get the energy from? Like cars, bicycles, motorcycles. So cars, motorcycles. So they get energy from petrol or diesel. Okay. If there is a petrol or diesel only, the car will move, isn't it? So they get energy from petrol or diesel. Then how does the toy car get energy? So where they get energy from the toy car? So the toy car get energy from batteries. Okay, batteries in it. Okay. So from where does a car get the energy to move? It gets energy from petrol or diesel. A battery operated toy car gets energy from the batteries in it. Okay. So the car gets energy from petrol or diesel. This is a toy car and it gets energy from the batteries. Okay. So the book back exercises we will learn in the next class. Okay. So read the lesson, children. Okay. Then only you will be clear with the concept and you will be clear with the spellings. Okay. New terms, new words. Okay. So reading is very important. So read the lesson again and again. Okay. so that you can increase your vocabulary also. Okay, so reading is very important. So read your textbook, read your lessons, okay, so that the concept will be cleared for you. Okay, so study well. Thank you.